Okay. Hello, chat. Hello, humans. How's everybody doing? It took us quite some time, but I had to fiddle with a lot of things. Um, to bring up the mood a little bit, since we had a DBD is dying video, which is from my opinion and my experience, we're gonna dial it back a little bit to something nicer, and we're gonna have a tier list. It'll be an updated tier list for 2023 currently, since we just had the migration, base game changes, or revert changes, and just how the game state is at the moment. This will change after they probably add a killer or two, and they fix some of the game bugs, including like the Moris, including the invisible walls, which feels a bit more annoying, and obviously the double palettes. We only have about 4 stages. There's just so many little things that it's we're just gonna try to rate these guys as how they can perform right now in ranked, because remember, there is a ranked, there is an unranked. In unranked, it's kind of a free ball. In ranked, it's kind of a day and night difference most of the time. So as you can tell, we already have a list somewhat done. We have the add me section, which is the people that we have lost and that we need to get added. We have the dead section. Whiskers, Nemesis, Demo are not coming until further notice. Um, oh, hold on. Boop, boop. We forgot some of the boys. But anyway, let's start this off, shall we? Pretty simple here. I'm gonna just quick on these guys here. Nurse, I don't need to explain it. You know Nurse. I know Nurse. I don't know what to tell you. Spirit actually is S tier because of the fact that she has basically been untouched since the anything honestly in mobile. Main game has her reworked, and even then she's dropped to about, I want to say, A tier, probably B tier, because of the rebalancing that she had. But she is still very much a team destroyer, and she can snowball so fast. Um, right behind him, I'm actually gonna say the Hag, for the fact that it looks like people just still don't like playing against her, and some people do. Don't get me wrong. There are still some games that you lose, but overall, just the fact that you can preemptively set up pretty well, and you can do some damn good damage with even one link. Um, in ranked, it's still a very mixed bag. So if you were to tell me that she belongs in A tier, you know what? I think that's why I actually keep it, just to be safe. She can still destroy teams 100%, but the fact is, she can just destroy. It's so devastating. It's so good. People hate her, I know. But that's how I feel. Um, Following behind the Hag or ahead, we're actually gonna put Huntress. She's still a very overall good, solid character. You can still hit hatches across the map. You can still get your babushka and your Batman belt and just unload on people and slug the whole team. It's still there. Potential is still there. They did fix her hatchet cancel sometimes, although it could be a personal bias. It feels like it's there randomly, so let me know how your experience is. But she still feels pretty good on mobile as well. So let me know what y'all think about this one. Now let's follow the list accordingly, because the top tiers, we kind of have to get them out the way. People want to know who's top tier. Everybody else, spoilers, is right down here, except maybe a change of thought. But Trapper, this is base kit Trapper. He has not gotten the buff or the rework or anything. So the fact that you take 30 years to put up a trap only to get popped still feels bad. You need a bag. You need Eerie. You need the pliers. You need the gloves. You just need too much, and it's just not worth it. I mean, you can play him for sure, but he's just so add-on dependent. It's just still pretty sad. Wraith, he's probably the best balanced killer right now, just for the fact that just like how Scott John has said it, his add-on kit is such a Swiss Army kit. He's amazing. He's almost prepared correctly, he can give the opposite team a run for their money almost all the time. And he's a feel good killer. You can learn him really well, play with him really well. The mind games are there. It's so much going for him, and it's such a feel good character. Hillbilly, I want to say C tier for one reason: the fact that we have invisible walls, collision walls, that throw him off so hard. If you're a hillbilly main, let me know. I'm not against putting him in B tier, but the fact is, in my experience, he just has that jankiness because of mobile and somewhat main game. Main game kind of has some of those same problems, but in mobile, it feels a lot more obvious. So let me know on this one if you're a hillbilly main. Michael Muko Myers, I feel he's a D. Although he can be fun, you can murder anybody, tombstone or tombstone piece. His counter is so easy, especially, and we are talking ranked, by the way, so this is ranked. His weakness is super easy, just pre-drop, and though pallets is very abundant right now, so by the time you get some momentum going, the games are just too far, or you need to be very, very, very meticulous on when you proc your one shots. So you could argue a C tier, but until he gets his rework, he's not gonna go to C anytime soon. Doctor, I can be pretty comfortable on B, simply for the fact that the Paladin Nile is super strong right now, and also with the added benefit or the added asterisk that if you're playing Doctor and you get those perfect shocks and the server's in your favor, essentially. So the Doctor can feel like a B, but when the server is not in your favor, he drops to like a D real quick. So he's a mixed bag, I guess, for the safety of the video and just how I feel with them. I think B is okay, but if he, we'll see how the game progresses and how they keep updating it because he's gonna fluctuate heavily on the servers of the mobile game for sure. So that's his only caveat. Depending on how the stability comes along, he's gonna go up or down pretty damn hard. Bubba. Hmm. All right, before you tell me Omega, but he's Bubba. He's S tier because of the face camping. Okay, we've all seen the memes. We all love spook and jukes. I understand, but on mobile, the fact is those walls are just so damn annoying. The collisions do not feel warranted. Just like Hillbilly, he's in the same boat, and it's just really annoying when you tantrum over nothing. Now, can you learn these invisible walls and hope that the mobile team fixes them? 100%. But until that happens, that's not gonna change my opinion on him. And he does have his rework too, his rebalancing. So we're still waiting for that too. So we're gonna see how this affects overall in mobile. But you can still play him and have him feel like an S tier because basement Bubba, or you just choo choo everybody with your pot of chili. But again, it really depends on how the map treats you, I guess, if you want me to say it like that. But if you're a boa main, please inform me on this one. But to me, he just feels like a C character because if you do one mistake, it feels like you just lost the game. Oh, Freddy. We do have nerfed Freddy. Now, I would be saying S tier, but we did get him nerfed. So he's not as strong anymore. And people seem to not want to DC against him anymore. So just to be safe, we're gonna put him in B. He can still teleport. We have old Pop, we have old Tinker, so he still's got that. He still has that regression aspect and that teleporting too. Pretty good overall. Now, can you landslide against a Freddy? Yes. But the fact is that he has those two perks in his kit at the moment, and you can blow Warden or No Way Out, for example, makes him a pretty damn good character in mobile until we get the Tinker nerf anyway, and Pop. So I think in a B character, he's pretty solid. Although his add-ons are kind of garbage because he is updated, That aside, he can still hold his own pretty decently. And see, this is gonna hurt as a pig main. Shishi. We don't have any of her of the rework slash buff. She doesn't have any of the fifth bear trap, the RNG that's in our favor, for example. She would go to B in that situation, in my opinion. But right now she's a C, and if I'm gonna be honest, you could even tell me she's D because it's happened to me on stream where they get their traps off with one try. But I've been getting so many more positives than negatives with the pig in my personal experience. But again, that might be my biasism with the pig main and whatnot. But she still feels pretty decent only because I want to say it was the Reign of Madness, Merciless, the one Sadoko's perk is kind of carrying pretty well in this one, in my opinion. But that could just be me and the fact that you know my experience with Pig has been pretty positive. So let me know your experience if you're a fellow Pig player. I'm not even gonna the fastest D in the world. Uh, I don't know. I maxed out Clown and got him all his perks, and it still felt pretty terrible. If I'm correct, I think he has some buffs coming in that we don't have. I think so, but I don't know. He just still doesn't feel great. He's just a basic attack killer that feels super underwhelming, and it just doesn't. It just I don't know. He can feel like a C. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, man. He needs some more loving somehow. I'm gonna have to check up the rework page when they redid the killers, but right now in mobile in this current state in the current double palette and etc. He still feels super weak. The only reason why the pig doesn't have the same treatment is because once you get a bear trap, it is RNG, but the fact is that you can kill somebody with it, which has happened to me on stream. Again, though, antidoto, but she has that. You can go die while I hunt the other teams, But you know, she can be a D, and that's okay too. But yeah, clown, he needs some more loving behavior. Give this man a brand new pinky. Legion D. We do not have buff Legion. Legion feels like a sack of potatoes. They need that rework like yesterday. And yeah, no. He once he gets that rework though, they're going to B tier. And that's not gonna change. Uh yeah, that's a no-brainer because they get so much momentum with the fifth hit if it happens. But their add-ons are getting to a really good point where they're pretty damn good. But yeah. Plague. I want to say Plague is a solid B pick for me personally because she still counters the healing, which is still really strong in the mobile. Main game got that nerfed, and if you see a whole team of medkits, you're just happy. You're just a happy Plague player. Um, the only drawback that she has right now is on mobile, and you could see main game. It feels like there's a vacuum in the pallets. So if you're using your vomit and you get sucked into that damn thing and it pops your power, that's a real feel bad. Also, this is pre-buffed Plague. Um, to me, she still feels pretty decent. With the buff, she can go to A tier. I'm not, and I think that'd be great. But just as the fact that she still has so much that you have to be a little bit mindful of, that's about it. But solid character, solid pick. Hmm. I was gonna say he's a C tier character, but on mobile, it could just be my experience. Ghostface seems to be breaking out behind the walls, and I don't know if that's like a delay in character visual or just the way the game's playing out. I don't know. So we need to double check on that. But if he gets that fixed up, or if he gets the buff, he can go to C and B tier pretty well, or pretty easily. Oni, you know what? We're gonna put him in B because he's a mixed bag right now. He's in the same boat as these two with their collisions being janky. But the fact is that he can still knock down a whole team really fast. That's still going for him. Um, if you can know the maps and you learn those invisible walls, he can be an easy A tier. But the fact is, he's got those double pallets, invisible walls, and that if they pre-drop and play it against you very well, and you never get that first basic attack, that will lose you the game. But when you get one down, the game can be essentially over. So that's probably the only thing about him is that why he's even in B tier here still. I mean, let's do that right. There you go. I I think Plague's better than Doctor right now because of the server, Freddy, and you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, Oni Oni's got so much potential. So we're gonna see how that comes along with him. But let me know how you feel with Oni. But shoot, he could probably be S here. Anyway, boop. Not even a no brainer. In my opinion, Trickster feels still super janky, although slightly better feeling in the migration with Netties. He still feels like it's not enough. I don't know what they need to do to make it smoother. Maybe make I don't know. I really don't know. I need to play with them, but I don't want to play with them. We don't have his rework or his like two buffs that they give him after the rework. So we have like super base kit Trickster and it's just miserable. If you play Trickster, tell me how you play him because I dislike playing him. I want to like him, but I just cannot. And last but not least, Sadoko will go to C. Now we can say D tier, and I would be okay with that. But the fact is that she has that cassette build that basically, I guess you could call it the VHS build, where you can instant murder people pretty damn good. Um, the teleports are very nice and feel good, but she still ends up being a basic attack killer. So we can argue that she's a D tier character, but the fact that she has that instant down or instant kill, it's not a down, it's a kill. You can murder somebody, you give them a heart attack. That's the only reason why she's probably gonna stick in C tier right now for me personally, because she still has that going on. Um, yeah, I'm gonna decide on that. So quick TLDR, as you can see, this is how I feel it is currently on mobile. Some characters can still shift up or down depending on how these updates are gonna come in later. But again, we're missing quite a lot of characters. We're not gonna get these bottom here until we get to the rework. This will probably all change, like 100%. But let me know what y'all think. Am I wrong for some of these? Do you think Trickster becomes over here or belongs there? You think Oni is still up here as well? Maybe Ray deserves to be higher. Maybe Bubba deserves to be S tier. Just let me know. But yeah, hopefully y'all like this video a little bit better, a little bit different than calling a game dying. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what y'all think.